Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World for episode 11 of Off the Grid. It is 6:30 in the morning and I couldn't sleep. I had to get up. I had a delivery coming. You can see right here I'm pulling back. I knew it was going to show up overnight and I had to get down there and get it. It's very exciting and I can't wait to show you exactly how this box is going to help the farm. Now, I spent yesterday evening setting up for this. Absolutely positively wanted to make sure that I was able to get this taken care of today. It was not cheap by any stretch of the imagination, but it's going to solve one big problem for the homestead. One seriously big problem that I need taken care of. So let's get this party started, shall we? Now, the real question is, can I get this thing off the trailer? Because, boy, is it massive. The guys who brought it had their own equipment and loaded it up for me, but I'm not entirely sure that I have the equipment to move it, so I'm going to get my generator fired up. I'm going to throw a little bit of light on the scene because it's still pretty early in the morning. And then let's see exactly what our skid steer is capable of. I don't think it's going to move it. Anybody want to take a wager on this? I might just have to work directly off the trailer. We will find out, though. I don't want to pick it up. I just want to slide it off. That's all I'm trying to do. Just slide it right off. Well, we got up here. We can get a strap on it. No, we can't. Oh, it's gonna slide. It's gonna slide. Come on, brother, you got this. There we go. Yeah, again, the John Deere skid steer never fails. Never ever has it let me down. Alright, well, let's get all this junk out of the way so I don't have to deal with moving it later. Let's put the truck, actually I'm just going to pull the truck down the road a little bit here because I think we're going to be heading out once this job is done. Come on, there you go, brother. And once it gets light, I will show you some of the things that I have done around the homestead since last we met. Things are shaping up. Things are shaping up nicely. So, here's our box. And this is a nice surprise. It's going to be outstanding. We've got all of our tools set up and ready to go. Let's get this thing built, shall we? Alright, I think that's gonna do it. I think we have it. Take a look at this. Do you know what this is? This is electricity. This is going to provide my homestead with the power that it needs. Apparently the grass is very strong and has grown right through my cement. Well, we'll deal with that later. This is a power plant, and it runs on, of all things, wood chips. Just wood chips. We need to test that out and find out exactly what it'll do. And light has come up. It's about 8:30. That was a quick job. I work fast. But seriously, That was a very quick job. And what we need now is our wood chipper. Now, I'm not sure if I can chip these directly into the power plant or if I'm going to need to chip them into a trailer and then tip them into the power plant, but we are going to find out. Oh yes. I bet I'm going to have to do this with a trailer, but we're going to see. We're going to see. I have a little foundational problem here. Come on. Alright, let's see if I can get this out of here. Oh, no, I'm going to need power to that thing. So, actually, just let me go get the tractor. Let me run over, grab the tractor, solve this problem once and for all. I don't know what I was thinking. But this will give me the opportunity to let you see that I did get everything stored away. Everything's pretty well packed up. Got a lot of equipment here in the new barnyard. I'm loving it. And you can also see that I got all of that grass out of here, and that was a lot of grass. And I ended up actually making a burn pile, and I got rid of all that straw and all that grass. I don't have any way to use it right now. There's nothing I can do for it, so it is what it is. So let's grab this wood chipper. I just know I'm going to have to hook this up to a trailer or have a trailer close by and then tip it in. What do you think? I think that is going to be exactly the case, but I do have some wood laying on the ground right over here, and I will stockpile a whole bunch more because it's been a long time since we've had electricity. And it would help if I had turned on the wood chipper. That would have made a big, brilliant difference. Well, it ate the log, but it certainly didn't spit it out. So what that tells me right now is, yep, I'm gonna have to go get a trailer to chip these wood chips into. Come on, we can come out here. Come on, you can do this. I promise, you can do it. Oh, I see what's happened. We're bound up. Now we do, at least in the barnyard, we've got a ton of room to put more stuff. We want to have a nice functional farm going on here at the homestead. And unfortunately, I still need to find a way to harvest that corn. And luckily, I think I have. Well, I called my buddy Ed, you know Ed, the guy who always knows somebody who knows somebody. And I am having another delivery shipped in. It's supposed to get here around noon today. So I will run down to our delivery area at about noon today. Yep, those wood chips are spewing right into that trailer, so come on now. I'm gonna have to do some fill here. Got a little, Okay, we're fired up. Let's grab some wood. Let's see how this thing is running. Whoa. I'm getting a little too carried away. Oh, this log might be too big. Oh no, there it goes. No problem. Okay, that was weird, but I had to move the wood chipper. For some reason it was just eating logs and not spitting out the wood chips, so let's try again, shall we? I do have wood chips. They did finally go into the trailer. Come on. There we go. Now it's working. Now it's working. The death beam of wood chips right into the trailer. Well, that was interesting. A whole log just up and disappeared. That was impressive. That's a seriously powerful wood chipper. Oh, I got to do that more often. It did it again. Now that I know the secret of the amazing wood chipper, I think I'm just going to have to load them all that way. Unfortunately, this is my last piece, but we're going to find out exactly what these wood chips are going to do for us. Come on, there you go. Alright. Now we are going to shut this thing down, fold it up. Just get it out of the way for the moment, because I want that trailer now. I might have to clear a tree or two here. Although that wouldn't break my heart, because I need the wood chips now, but I think I might have got this just a little bit too far into the forest around the homestead here, but we will make do. And I've got some more work that I want to get done before I have to go pick up whatever Ed is sending. Whatever it is, you know Ed, it's going to be interesting. Alright, so I should be able to back this in right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, I think I've got it sorted out here. It took a little bit of doing. You've really got to get the chips all the way back against the wall to get them to go in. If you're not far enough back, it's very touchy. Like so. So we keep pushing these wood chips in. Right up against the wall. Like literally push them right up against the wall. And they're going. Slowly but surely they're going. So, how this is working, let me tell you. What we got going on here is heat transfer. Now, something I've never told you before is that I was an electrical engineer in my former life. And we put the wood chips in. The wood chips burn. They create steam with water. That water turns a generator, and that generator, or that steam turns a generator. The generator creates power. Something I haven't had a chance to show you yet today when we got in, because it was still too dark, is that I finally have a well. I managed to dig a well, and I just used some of my timber and logs to put a box around it, basically, and be able to dip my bucket in and get water whenever I want to. But I can use that water in this to create steam, which will create electricity, which will power the farm. Now I need to obviously get some wiring around the farm and out to various areas where I want lights and such, and to the cabin. It'd be nice to have some electricity in the cabin. We are definitely all hooked up in that regard. So, power at the homestead. Something I've been looking forward to, and I'm really happy to have. Now, I have been working back in the woods again since we got the barnyard done. And I'm trying, now that I own the whole shoreline, I'm just trying to work my way up the shoreline. I want to get the road cleared so that I have access both north and south. We keep coming across these trails. I need to take these trails up, find out where they go, but again, working my way back here. I've gotten a long way. As you can see, it's taking a while to get back to where I've stopped. But I definitely need the truck out here because, well, I'll show you. I will show you exactly why I need the truck back here. Because I borrowed the beast from Chuck again. And that's what I'm using to clear this pathway. So I'm gonna get some of that done this morning while I'm waiting for that delivery to show up. And let's see just how far we can get up this shoreline. This thing does great. Unfortunately, it just mulches down all these trees and we're not making any money off of them. But when it's a big job like this and you want to get it done, this is definitely the way to go. Absolutely, positively the way to do it, because it would take me a year to do all this by hand, and we saw that early on, you know, at least a year to do all this by hand. Well, we got a dead tree here anyway. It needed to be cleared. Don't want to miss the stumps. Now look, here's another one of those paths I was talking about. I'm not going to go up there. I want to get the shoreline cleared, but you know what? Let's just follow it a little bit. Take a walk through the woods and see what we've got back here. Woo! It's dense, that's for sure. A lot like me. Dense is my middle name. Harv, Dense Harv. What's this? It looks like some abandoned equipment out here. You know, wow, this is really cool. So when I first got here, you know, when I was talking to Chuck about this area, he told me that there used to be a guy who lived on my side of the lake. And they used to call that guy Alien Jim, of all things. And he used to claim this was his own private no man's land out here in the forest. And I bet this was his farm. Look at this old grain silo sitting here. I wonder if it's possible. Well, that's kind of speculating. I'm not going to say anything just yet, but I wonder. Here's an old cabin. Now, Chuck did say that this guy had disappeared years and years ago. They hadn't heard from him in, gosh, 15 years or better. Look at this. The trees are all grown into the house, and wow. This is so cool, though. I mean, you know, I feel bad. I hope I don't come across any remains out here. That would be awful. And this equipment is just junk. You know, it can't be used for anything. It's all rusted over. I wouldn't even know where to start to fix any of this up. What about here? We got anything in this? No, just an old barn. Just an old barn. I guess he liked to bicycle through the trees. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm really curious about this silo because I need a place to store my grains and stuff that comes off the field. I'm gonna have to talk to Chuck. I'm gonna have to talk to Chuck and Hugo and see if they can make some kind of plan to move that out of here. But look at this. This is pretty cool. Old, rusted over, what, manure spreader probably? Broken down. That windmill would have been nice, but that's all busted up too. Alright, well, we better get back to work. I want to get that shoreline cleared up, but I'm definitely going to remember where this goes. I definitely need to talk to Chuck. You know, Chuck is, I've said this before, Chuck is pretty long in the tooth. He's been around on this earth quite a long time, and he always seems to have an answer or a solution to every problem. So I'm sure if anybody can figure it out, he can. I'm gonna go talk to him though. Gotta let him know that I found alien gem, or at what remains of alien gem out here. So I am gonna keep pushing up this trail, trying to get some of these trees cleared off. And about noon we're going to run over to the mailbox, as I like to call it, and see if our delivery has showed up. So I'll be back with you in just a little bit. Well, it's just a little bit after noon. We made it quite a bit farther, but now I really want to go find out what Ed was sending. He was pretty vague about the description, so I'm interested to see. You never know with Ed. Most of the time, it's good stuff. Every once in a while, he's thrown me for a loop, especially with that funky machine. I still don't even know what to call that thing. And I certainly still don't have the tractor to run it, although I am going to be talking to Chuck about that too. Chuck is just a wealth of information and stuff. He's been around a long time. But for now, we are just going, I think I'm going to leave this up here because I'm not done. I need to get all the way up the shoreline. That's my goal. In fact, I think I'm going to leave the flatbed up here too, because I'm going to use that to get this thing back over to the sawmill when I'm done with it, and I can't imagine needing it for anything. Ed did say I wouldn't need a trailer when I go down to pick this whatever it is up. So I'll just leave it up there for now. And you'll notice I'm hauling all of our diesel fuel around in the back of the pickup. Well, it seemed like the most reasonable place. If I run out of something somewhere, then I can just run the truck over to the tractor or whatever else and get it filled up. Man, that was a hike up there. We own a lot of property. A. Alright, let me get down to the mailbox and see if our delivery showed up yet. I'll meet you down there. Well, here we are. Just getting the gate open, and I'm a little bit dumbfounded at the moment. What have we got here? Well, as always, it's pretty beat up. But it looks like some kind of corn harvester, maybe? It looks like it's in decent working shape. All the chains appear to be in place. Let's get this back up to the farm. I can't wait to see what we've got here. Let's get it off this trailer and see if it's going to do do what we needed to do. Holy crap, Ed. What are you doing, buddy? I knew it was expensive, at least based on the other equipment we've picked up so far. This thing was like 60 grand. But, uh-oh. And heavy. I'm not sure we're going to get it back to the farm like this. Whoa. All right. Slow and steady. I might just have to unload it and drive it back. What do you think? This trailer is a bit much for my little pickup, man. Yep, I think I'm going to have to unload it. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Too much. All right. Well, gonna be a slow jog back to the homestead, let me tell you. This thing is not speedy. It runs nice though. It runs real nice. Turns well. No, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's a brute though. It's a tank of a machine. Does this mean we're self-propelled now? We have our first self-propelled piece of machinery. It's got a real sharp turn on it. It could get squirrely in a heartbeat. And you know what makes me a little bit nervous? And I'll be honest about this. What makes me a little bit nervous is that Ed keeps finding all this Russian equipment. And Ed is the kind of guy who knows somebody who knows somebody. And I don't know if you guys know about... Well, anyway. You can sort it out for yourself. But if Ed's making deals under the table, it might not be with the most savory of people. Let me just put it that way. But I trust Ed. So he hasn't steered me wrong yet. And I don't think he has this time either. My mind just wanders sometimes. So let me get this on back up to the homestead and we'll see what this baby can do for us. Alright, here we go. Shoot. I can't wait. I'm just gonna get this thing going right now. No, that's not what we need to do. We need to do this. And then we can do this. Let's see how it handles our cornfield. Actually, let's look around the cab a little bit. Old toggle switches, red lights. We have got levers of all sorts. I will get these sorted out. Yep. That's pretty interesting. Parking brake. Thank goodness for that, right? Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do here. Alright. Oh, yes. Yes. Ed, you came through again. Look at that. This thing is mowing through this corn like it's butter. Hot knife through butter, man. Look at that. chewing it up and spitting it out. I'm not sure what's coming out of that pipe on the right-hand side. Since we're also getting corn chaff, if you want to call it that, out the rear. But I don't know. Don't care. My corn is coming in, baby. Look at that. Should I make a joke about how this isn't corny? Or I shouldn't be corny? No. Let's move on, shall we? So, we have got ourselves a corn harvester. An absolute gem of a Russian corn harvester. It's even red. You can't get more Russian than red, right? It looks like it's going to hold about 3,000 liters. And I'm making a right mess of this, but I don't care. I'm having fun now. Driving a real piece of equipment instead of towing one around. This is fabulous. Looks like it could stand a little bit in the way of repairs. But who am I to complain? Nobody. Getting the bang for my buck that I really, really wanted. Ed, brother, you come through again, pal. I'm gonna have to send him a thank you card in the form of a block of wood or something, I think. Or learn how to make paper. I mean, I've got all the wood chips I could possibly want. Look at that. Learn how to make paper and then send him a thank you card. Yeah, this is fabulous. It's doing a great job. Look at that. Just impeccable. So let me get this corn harvested up. And I will see you when this field is naked as a jaybird. Well, I'd say this cornfield did pretty well for us. Real well, in fact. And all things considered, I think we ended up with almost 5,000 liters of corn. In fact, I'm sure we've ended up with about 5,000 liters of corn. We'll find out as soon as we can hook up to this trailer. But, man, did you see that thing go? This is awesome, let me tell you. Absolutely amazing. Fold that pipe back in. I'm really not sure what the purpose of that is. I'll be honest. Since we have an ejector at the rear too, but, you know, whatever. It's doing what I needed to do, and that was harvest the corn. And now I can plant corn anytime I want to. In fact, if I'm not careful, this beauty could make our other little far harvester obsolete, but this particular head is made especially for corn, so I don't see that happening anytime in the near future. The far is here to stay. Hey, look at that. Perfect parking place, too. I guess I should turn it off. Ed, buddy, you came through again. And we are going to figure out this thing. I am going to figure it out. I just don't have a piece of equipment that'll run it yet. One of these days I will. Let's check in on our chickens. The chickens are doing exceptionally well. I haven't gotten any eggs from them yet, but hopefully breakfast very soon will be forthcoming. Looking forward to some chickens. Or, well, there will come a day when those chickens, and I'm telling you right here and now, because everybody knows nothing's better than fried chicken. Those chickens will be very tasty in some oil. Yes, yes they will. Of that you can be sure. But for today, I just want to see exactly how much corn we ended up with. And that looks like, to me, about 4,894 liters. So yeah, right at just shy of 5,000 liters. And I still don't have anywhere to store this stuff. And I kind of need this trailer to... so that I can... well, do some wood chipping. Get the electricity flowing with no problems. I mean, not that it's having problems at the moment, but you know what I mean. I'm just going to park this in here with the other grain. We've got the oats on the ground. We've got the wheat on the ground. But it is what it is. So at this point, I think I really need to get all this equipment put away. We've got our power supply. I've got the well dug. We found an old homestead. Somebody who maybe came out here with the same idea I did. I think that might have been, as Chuck would say, Alien Jim. I don't know that for sure, but it certainly seems like it could be. I haven't heard of anybody else out here, so I'm going to guess that that's exactly who it was, but I'm also going to see if I can't make my way up there with a little bit of help from those guys and see if there's anything salvageable. If anybody would know, Chuck would know. Been very lucky to make a friend in Chuck, and he's been a big help to me learning the ropes out here, so that has been fantastic. But I think that's going to do it for us for this episode of Off the Grid. I do appreciate you coming along for the ride. If you found the episode interesting or entertaining, do me a favor, be a pal, be a buddy, be a friend, and hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. And until next time, take care.